Right. I'll let you kick this one off, cuz. I'll let you kick this one off, bro.
Arsenal FC's back got blown off. Backs were blown off today. Yeah? Someone please report a crime, a heinous crime that took place today at the Emirates, yeah? Because, boy, man, Arteta was hurt. Mikel was hurt. Yeah, he's looking around saying, where's Mr. Good Evening? Because we need someone to laugh at. Because at the moment it's me. All right, welcome back to KangBrosTV. Liverpool have just absolutely cuffed Arsenal 3-0. Blown their backs off. Backs got blown out today. What are you saying?
Bro,
What you got for me?
thing is, you know, like, Arsenal fans, they will. I remember you saying you got quite a few Arsenal fans that are coming for you.
Don't worry.
When Liverpool are going through their thing, right?
We got time.
We got enough time.
Let's talk about it.
But like, just watching that game today, I'm baffled to what I witnessed because I haven't seen Liverpool play a badder Arsenal team in a long time, and I didn't know what the tactics were. I didn't know what Arsenal were doing. There's talks of some injuries. Don't come talking to us about injuries. Yeah,
This is the wrong crowd. If it's sympathy you want, yeah, this is the wrong crowd.
no, don't mention injuries to Liverpool FC, yeah, because we know all about that. And the thing is, if you deep it, yeah. So Saka, yes, I would. Acknowledge
take that one.
I take that one because he's been on form, good player. You don't talk to about Louise, the cartoon, crusty the clown,
Sideshow Bob. Sideshow Bob, you Arsenal fans want him gone. Yeah. And now it says, well, he injured and that's all right. It's mad still. No.
And then,
sorry.
And then Xhaka. Come on now.
You know what I mean?
Come on. Let's not be silly.
That's big. It's big, isn't it? You're begging it.
Do you know what I'm saying?
You're
Like,
begging it.
you got fucking Lacazette, you got Aubameyang with his new cut, whatever, yeah, he's out here playing left back. You got Pepe, who I don't know how much he's worth, right? But listen, for Arsenal to pump that performance, I think even Arsenal fans would admit that is a shocking performance. And they made Liverpool's life very easy. Don't get me wrong,
before we go into Arsenal, because that is something we will talk the opposition as well.
Yeah.
Liverpool today, that was the best performance I've seen from a Liverpool team for months. For months and months and months. Yeah. Now, we'll talk about the other side of it, the other side of the coin or whatever. But the only thing I want to talk about, and we've all said this, we've been saying this for months. You can go through the videos. People that follow us, you know what the stuff that we say. You've seen the videos. Play in their half. Turn them. Let them make the mistakes. Don't be the ones to make the mistakes. Play in their half. Pick up on their mistakes. All of a sudden, today when it happened, you're listening to Mika Boom Richards is like, yeah, I've been saying, turn them and play in that. This is what Liverpool fans have been watching this team for a long time. We've been saying it for no excuses. There's no injuries. Everyone has injuries. Fans, everyone's lost their fans. So there's no excuses. Yes, some of the injuries that we've had have hit us hard. I'm not looking beyond that, but we've still got players on the pitch that can do the job. And today, they played in their half. They made a poor team look terrible. And I say poor team, but Arsenal have actually probably been on better form than Liverpool of late. And everyone's talking about this resurgence of Arsenal. That performance today from Liverpool made Arsenal look like a championship team and it was a cup game. And the cup game where that team didn't think they were going to score, didn't believe they were going to score, so we'll just take the L. That's what it felt like watching that. Thiago today absolutely dictated that game. Took the piss out of Arsenal today. Fabinho was just absolute boss. Dynamite in there. He's dynamite in there. Yeah. And if for anyone that's got anything negative to say about Thiago, you don't know football. You do not know football. There's times today he played a pass, and James Milner. You can see James Milner's mind's going, oh shit, like fuck, where'd that come from? Do you know what I'm saying? The other ones in there, the Trent. We're going to Trent in a second, but the defenders, the centre backs.
Clean sheet.
Clean sheet again. That's all you can do. You play players in their position and you see how they go. All of a sudden, Fabinho's making life easier for these lot because they're stopping a lot of problems at source, which is what we said again time ago.
That's it. We don't want to just keep blowing smoke up our asses here,
But we're fucking good.
we said this shit, and now it's just happening and unveiling right in front of you. And you said the thing is, let's not just say like, don't get me wrong, Fabinho's making their life a lot easier, but these boys, they're doing their job correctly. They're not bringing on pressure to themselves. They're doing the simple things right, and they're not doing things outside their comfort zone.
Comfort zones.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like there's some times in there where Kabak is helping out your boy Nat when he's made a mistake or something, and coming out and then you said they're moving the ball out in the back and they're giving it to the right people. You saw that a few times come up the pitch, thinking, you know, whoa, it's not me. Pass it on.
And
to Thiago.
literally 3 centimeters. Thiago's here, so that's what you do.
Do what you do.
So defenders defend. Roberts and praise to Klopp. He made the change today when he realised that he could sniff blood, and he said, you know what? Okay, Robertson, off you come. Milner drop in there. 4-2-4. Let's go. Let's go full throttle and get the win.
And we always say about Klopp subs and that. You know what I mean?
So
but today,
and he made a very interesting point at the end of the game, saying Naby ready to go, Shaq in a good place, Ox. That bench, all of a sudden, I'm looking at that bench there, and I was thinking to myself, yes, decent. Do you know what I mean? Fabinho today, when he started off centre forward today, for me, beginning of that game, I was a bit concerned because I thought he looks like he's been chilling, he's rusty, whatever.
But he grew into the game.
But he grew into the game. Then if to know Jota's coming off the bench, all them front three are thinking any one of us could go here, and to bring him on to play the 4. So fair play to the manager, Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'll let you start,
mate. Like the whole thing about in the media about him not being in the squad. You know what? Me and Moro looked at him and he said, you know what? We kind of get why they're putting some of these other players ahead of him because of the form at recent and what the other teams have been doing and whatnot. So we get that. So maybe this is what he needed.
The kick up their backside that we talked about. He's young, and he's not really had a dip. So he's had his dip and it's hit him and it's come back. And someone mentioned it earlier: mental strength and toughness of character, which I completely get. But I also feel this might be me being a pessimist or whatever, but for me, I like that because I want people I like seeing people hungry and humbled. Because today, when the assist went in and the celebration shows that it's almost like, right, okay, it's leveled me out. I don't want to feel like this again, and I like feeling up here. And it was really good to see for me that that he could.
It was almost like you said that fight to prove people wrong as well. Do you know what I mean?
And you need that.
And that cross.
There's a couple today.
Oh, there's enough of them today. Like even with the Mane miss, that should never been a miss.
Yeah,
you could tell the guy Mane's low in confidence.
Milner as well.
Yeah, Milner. The through the pass, the cutback. Sorry. And the first goal for Jota's goal, that cross was unbelievable.
Yeah, but I think the one thing that impressed me the most is the one thing that we pick up on him on defensively. He's not great. Aubameyang today. Now, out here looking like I don't know what you want to say, yeah, but that performance. To make Aubameyang look so out of his depth, yes, defensively the way they were set up, it was baffling that he would be in that position. But to make Aubameyang have touches deeper in his half than Tierney, who's a left back, makes everything, and that come from Trent. Defensively, he actually defended really well against him, but also he was right in his face the whole time. And I thought to myself, today Trent, as much as I love to, if we call it, we say it how we see it, today was a performance of Trent that you look at and think, you know what? It's almost a little bit of a coming of age when you look at it and think, you know what? Humility. There was some humility in that performance for me. That's my personal opinion anyway.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think a lot of people would not disagree with that. There's always going to be questions around Trent defensively, but you know what it is? Like they said in the game a few times, the guy's a match winner.
Yeah.
You know, some of these crosses literally are a match winning crosses, and you've seen it over years, and that's something that you can't take away from the guy. If you look at all the defenders in that position, who are maybe playing ahead of him or seen as ahead of him, attacking wise, they don't, for me, they don't come near.
Yeah.
Defensively, with the balance wise, yes, that's question could be raised there. But attacking wise, the guy's head and shoulders.
Do you know what? I'm going to say something that might be seen controversial by the England fans that are amongst our viewers. Wan-Bissaka, go and play for Ivory Coast. I think that's Ivory Coast or Congo. I'm not sure what his the other country that he's eligible to play. Go and play for him because it's actually disrespectful. The way he's been treated in his England setup is actually disrespectful.
100. Because they mentioned it today. Like maybe I don't know if you don't know. I don't know. Like maybe he's already selected what country he's playing for. But the fact that he's not mentioned in that conversation behind for right backs is a joke. Literally a joke.
It's actually
unless he's already decided. I don't know. Someone tell me.
He hadn't been. He made himself eligible for England like he has done and age groups and stuff. Go on and flourish.
Yeah.
I hope he goes and flourishes because as an England fan, I would love to see him play for England. Because when he defends, he puts his ass on the line every time. Ain't no one getting past me.
And if people disagree, let us know in the comments if you don't think Wan-Bissaka should be mentioned in there. Because for me, if you're mentioning people like your boy Trippier, Walker, piss off.
Listen, as a defender, okay, so for the reasons you're not picking Trent is because he can't defend. That's the reasons for them not picking Trent. But he's okay going forward. Then there's a defender you would naturally then be saying, I'm going to pick this matey. Everyone's talking about Reece James. Reece James has had a good start to his career, granted. Wan-Bissaka's been doing that for a long time.
But the thing that, like I said, it goes to the balance, right? Because Wan-Bissaka doesn't, attacking wise, he's not like Reece James.
But again, that pisses me off in itself because going forward, people are going like he's a mug. He's not a mug. He's been involved with a lot of goals and starting a lot of moves for Man United. Yes, not as much as Trent.
Or Reece James.
Nah, I disagree again. Yes, Reece James is decent and he's had a good start. If you're going to play a certain system, England are going to play a certain system, then fine. I understand why he's in the setup. I've got no problems with him being in the setup. But to disrespect Wan-Bissaka like they are, it's disrespect.
It's a joke.
It's actual disrespect.
Absolute joke.
He's the best right, for me, defensively, he's the best right back in the Premier League. By a mile.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like I said, if people in the comments, if you agree, disagree, let us know. That would be interesting to know. But Jota, what a killer. Yeah.
And that's a great... I'm glad you mentioned that word.
Killer.
Killer.
Killer. The way he's so hungry for goals right now, and people saying about he's in some good form. Listen, my man, as soon as he arrived at Liverpool, he's been banging in goals. And even before that for Wolves, he was causing havoc for years. So let's not just say this is some kind of form that he's had recently, yeah? Or like he's trying to ride this wave. Mate, this guy's been doing it for a while now.
And if you go back to watch the videos that we'd said, when they wished to win 1-0, these games that they won 1-0 and 2-1, we said it, these performances have been absolute dross. And we're lucky that he's been coming up and scoring and everyone just moves it along. You know, everyone's just keep it moving, it's fine, because we've won. That's what we missed. Now, you mentioned the word there, killer. This is the one thing, Liverpool fans are probably going to jump down my throat because I know there's some people that have a blinkered approach in what I'm about to say. But just listen to what I'm saying. As football fans there's people out there that are very much driven on statistics. Mohamed Salah's statistics, are phenomenal. And I'm not denying that. Yeah. But he is not a killer. And let me tell you what I mean about that, okay? There's a chance today when he got put through with Fabinho, with that ball Fabinho, yeah? Now, the killers out there, right, in the Premier League, Harry Kane, 30, killer. Certified, for me. Sergio Aguero, yeah? Killer, yeah? And I go back to the Liverpool players, Luis Suarez, Cavani, killers. They score goals for fun, yeah? The opportunity presents itself, boom, goal. Mohamed Salah is not a killer. He's not as clinical as them guys. He's not, but that tells you how good he is because he scores so many goals and he makes himself available and he gets himself in the right positions, but he's not a stone cold chance goal. That's where I go back to the point I've been making for a long time, is that Liverpool can do with a number 9 who's an absolute killer because they will score goals and they don't have to make 15 to 20 chances to take 2. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Do you agree with what I'm saying, or do you know what I'm trying to say?
I know what you're trying to say. Yeah. All Salah's got to do is pick up the books, check the tapes. He has, in his first 150 Premier League games, scored more goals than Thierry Henry. And Thierry Henry was my favourite striker in the Premier League. And not just mine, a lot of other people as well. So let's put some respect on Mohamed Salah. Like I said, Thierry Henry was amazing. But the fact that you just know what I'm saying, in the first 150 Premier League goals, he's got more goals than Thierry Henry. That's what I'm saying.
And listen, and that's the point I'm making is, like, if you look at the statistics, yes, if you look at purely numbers, but if you watch the games, and this is the one thing I'll put this up to the Liverpool fans that watch every single game like we do, every single game, whether it's Champions League, Europa League, this cup, whatever cup, he misses chances. He makes, it almost. Half of me is like, right, well, that tells you how incredible he is as a player, that he can miss 60% of his chances and still turn over them numbers, yeah? And it is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. But the point I'm trying to make is, there's certain players that those chances are goals. And how many, then you've got to look at it and think, right, okay, if them killers were playing, if we had a out-and-out stone cold killer in that team that is going to chance goal, what could be? And that's what I'm trying to say. And you almost see that a little bit with Jota, because Jota has that
Instinct.
More clinical than those guys.
Yeah, like I said, I'm pulling out the stats just on the counter argument. That's the only reason I'm doing it.
And he's phenomenal. Listen, don't get me wrong. There's nobody on world football at this moment in time. Obviously, you've got your Haalands and your Mbappes, but they're not telling them numbers.
Exactly.
So my point being, I'm not saying I wouldn't swap him for anybody at this present moment. But what I'm saying is that if you add a killer into that equation, then things get real spicy. there's been a lot of talk about Luis Suarez. I've been crying out for him back for time because he's my favourite player to ever worn a Liverpool shirt. My personal favourite, right? Him and Xabi Alonso. But my point being is Luis Suarez still, however old he is, you know, in and around the box, in and those opportunities, he's scoring. And I wouldn't mind having him in that mixer, even if he's 33, 34, because you know that when he's playing, he offers you something different. But like I said, food for thought. We digress. But I'd love to hear people's thoughts about what my analysis is of that sharpshooting killer in comparison to what we have at the moment, and there's room for it. That's just my take.
So as we're on the topic of Salah, what he was doing here and what Jota was doing to Gabriel, yeah. Someone talked to me, like, there's going to be Arsenal fans watching this video, talking about Gabriel, because he came with a lot of hype, people have been bigging him up. He was a shambles today. Made him look like a fool.
So I guess that's a perfect time to pivot, because we were going to talk about Liverpool today.
We talked about Liverpool
today. Scored a 9 out of 10 for me, all round the park.
100%.
Yeah?
They did everything right.
Now Arsenal, the opposition. That is the worst performance I've ever seen from an Arsenal team. And I've said that a couple of times, but this tops any that I've seen. Because today, they were just booting it up the pitch into just no man's land. Liverpool getting it and they start again. And they start again. And they start again. There was that team that they put out today. I said to you, I was like, mate, I'm worried here. Because if they have a go at Liverpool, Odegaard. Everyone's been talking to me highly of Odegaard. Yeah, a lot of Arsenal fans have been talking to me about Odegaard.
But he's been doing well.
He has been playing well. No, I'm not disagreeing with that. Pepe, £70 million player, does get goals, does get assists. Not set the world alight, but good player, right? People talk to me highly about Aubameyang, right? Arsenal fans, shut up, man. Because what was that today? Lacazette, non-existent, nothing. Midfield, who's Ceballos,
bro.
Who is he? What does he do? He's not good enough to be playing for Arsenal.
You said, yeah, and that's like, there's things about the Ceballos that I've liked, yeah, but you said that from day dot that this guy's not good enough.
He's not. Arsenal Football Club, that performance, and I'm not one to I don't want to jump on this hype about whatever, but I'm telling you, the Arsenal fans have been getting at me for a long time. There's a couple of them, and one in particular, he knows who he is. He's a regular viewer. He's a good friend of mine, but he's been getting on at me, bro. And he took offence to when I said a couple of weeks ago that we are fighting with Arsenal. He took offence to that. We're not actually. I take it back. I was wrong. We're still well ahead of Arsenal. Even in our lowest moment. That was a shambles.
The thing is, Liverpool were, you can't say they're for the taking, but they're very vulnerable right now. And even as Liverpool fans coming in, we're like, not sure. Because Arsenal have been in okay form. So we weren't sure really coming into this game. But the fact that, like I said, Liverpool did do things really well. But Arsenal made it so easy for Liverpool. Like, there was no game plan, like you said, from Arsenal perspective. There's been talks about all this all the time. Lacazette and Aubameyang just can't play together. Yeah, as much as you want to get them on a pitch together, they just simply can't play. It doesn't work. And it's been proven with different managers. It doesn't work.
I was nervous for this game. I thought Arsenal were going to win. I feel so stupid saying that now. I feel silly. Because I said Arsenal have been playing in a certain way of football. Arteta's got them ticking apparently. I've been told a lot.
But I'm hearing the same. I was hearing the same vibes coming to this game. That Arteta has got Arsenal going into the right direction.
That's it.
Now for me, I've said this from day dot. Get the caretaker manager out of that position and get a real manager in and sort Arsenal out. Because you mentioned it earlier, and it's a very interesting point you mentioned. And it's going to be maybe going too far, but you said, are Arsenal the new Valencia of what they are in the La Liga?
Just in football, Valencia. Everyone, if you talk about Valencia, everyone goes, "Oh yeah, them Steyer. They used to have Aymar. They used to have Silva. They won a Premier League. Joaquin used to play there." But then all of a sudden, that's it. And that is it. They were a good team. They've got a good stadium. There's history to the club. But Valencia now, it's people that go there that want to rebuild their careers. Ezekiel Garay was there. I'm looking at him thinking, he was in Madrid. Do you know what I mean? And then look at them. I look at Arsenal now, and I think I see them being a Valencia. They are a club that is a good club to have on your CV because they've got they are enriched with history. But it opens a door to the bigger clubs, and that's for me what Arsenal are doing at the moment.
Yeah, like, I don't know if Arsenal fans take offence to what we're saying. If you do, let us know if you disagree. But there is, like, when you mentioned it to me, I was thinking, you know what, you got a point there. Because it's been a while, and don't get me wrong, Liverpool took ages to get back into where, you could say Liverpool been going through that same vibe for a long time. We're not denying that. But is that the more you allow like Arteta in this position, and further away you're going to drop away from the likes of Liverpool, Man City, whatever, Chelsea, whoever these teams, you're going to drop further away. And you are going to end up being this team, mid-table team, just being like that. So for me, that's what I've been saying, is you got to get rid of this caretaker manager.
You made a point earlier, and it was spot on. And it was in comparison to Chelsea. Chelsea had Frank Lampard, ex-player, a lot of emotion involved in that decision. It was too soon. That job was too soon. Yeah, and you said it today. Chelsea got rid of Lampard and they brought in Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel came in. He lost his first game today. Everyone's saying they're certain for the top 4.
Somehow they're going to surprise everyone in the Champions League. Why not? They're 100%. And suddenly they're looking okay. They're looking like obviously today they got battered up, but this season has been a joke.
Football's drunk. Yeah. Everyone knows this at the minute.
And that's going to happen. So that's undeniable. But for me, this Arsenal fan need to move on here, and they're going to get real with themselves. And it's not. Don't get me wrong. I think Arteta can be a good manager. It's just too soon. This role. That's all it is. And I said if you leave it longer, the longer you leave it. If you drop out, my mate said today, if you drop out the Europa League and they finish in like 8th or something with no trophies, you can't really stand it.
But the other thing I said to you is, if they win the Champions League, Europa League, if they win the Europa League, right? I think if they perform anything like they did today, yeah, in any of the legs coming up, they're nowhere near winning the Europa League for a start.
And Tierney injured is a massive blow.
He's their best player, from what I've seen. From what I've seen, Arsenal's performance today was limp. You perform like that in the Europa League. If they did, put that to one side, if they did win the Europa League, yeah, by hook or crook in the Europa League,
where do you begin?
Well, so what? Because you get into the Champions League, you get into the Champions League. Is that team going to compete in the Champions League?
No, you'd hope they go then and go out and buy some, but they won't be. Let's get real.
This is what I'm saying. They'll spend 70 million on Pepe. They spent 50 million or 60 million on Lacazette. They bought Ceballos on loan for a second period. They extended Luiz's contract. They signed Willian from Chelsea because Chelsea were like, get him gone. The best player that the best player they got is Emil Smith-Rowe and Saka, who've come through the academy.
And there's no doubt in that.
There's no doubt. So like I said, the only reason I say what I'm saying is because I feel embarrassed of myself to disrespect my own team to think today we were going to lose. I'm shocked at myself. After watching that performance today, limp. Arsenal, pathetic. It's pathetic. I'm buzzing. I thought we were competing with these lot. No way.
Yeah, Arsenal today was way off it. Like I said about Gabriel, poor performances, and just across the board, the body language is the worrying thing as well. Like whatever they discussed, they may have 5 minutes after they come out from half time where they looked okay, they might do something, but that was it. Like so for me, it's the body language as well. So I don't know what's happening.
The goalkeeper, by the way.
Oh yeah,
goalkeeper. That first header, well, you got chocolate on your wrists. You got chocolate wrists.
You got to stop that.
If you're Martinez when he left and he went to Villa, he said, "I'm making a positive move forward in my career." I lie. I lie.
The first one, I mean, there's not much you can do about the Mo Salah nutmeg.
Well, there is.
Yeah, but I think was it him who gave the ball out for the? No, that was Gabriel again, wasn't it, for the kick over the top? So, but the first one definitely he should have got a stronger hand to that. I think goalkeepers would say that he should have stopped that. But
I said today, Arsenal's team, the way they set up with all that attacking flair, I thought they're gonna have a go. Man said before the game the handbrake is off. No, I can't take this shit no more. That's what he said.
The handbrake was off, the engine was off. There's no use.
The lights were off, cuz. There's no petrol, nothing. It vexes me because I had Arsenal fans telling me Arteta is this, Arteta is that. Ancelotti was the man for them. Ancelotti would have got the best out of that set of players he's got, and he would have made true signings. And for anyone that tells me otherwise, yeah, you're pissed up.
And the videos, look, we've made that video. Yeah, go back and check the tapes. Yeah, we've done that video. We said straight away that Ancelotti should have been the Arsenal manager. But anyway, we are where we are. And if Arsenal fans now, I would love to hear what have things changed suddenly just because now you've lost Liverpool. But you guys have been telling me that Arteta's taking you in the right direction. If he is taking you in the right direction, I'm a bit baffled to what that was. Maybe if it is a blip,
if he's taking you in the right direction, it's a fucking dead end. You get me?
But
yeah, you have to turn the lights on and realise it's a dead end because nothing has changed.
And now you look at the stats, to compare it to Wenger's first 50, 25 games, Emery's, all that. It's a downhill.
And you're looking at injuries. But who is it that you want out of them injuries that you really missed today? Saka. And you can turn around and say Smith-Rowe. But Smith-Rowe gets in ahead of who and where? So what, he gets in ahead of Aubameyang and you play Aubameyang from the right? Or do you play Aubameyang centre forward and what? That's all I'm saying. So what, would you straight away say Emil Smith-Rowe, Saka, Aubameyang? That's your front three. Okay, then that means Lacazette is dead. And what's his name? And everyone talking to me about Martinelli. He didn't even. He was available.
I don't know what I don't know what Arsenal are doing with Martinelli. I think Arsenal fans will tell you he's been fit for a while now, and I've been told that he hasn't been getting nowhere near the team. So,
like I said, anyway, we digress. But I would love to hear everyone's thoughts. And Arsenal fans, get at me. If you think I'm being harsh, get at me, because I want to hear it. Because at this moment in time, I watched a game today, which was men against boys. It felt like a cup game that they had no belief in what they're doing, and the manager sent you out to play in a certain way. What was that? I want to know what it is. Tell me. Let me hear.
A fair play to Arteta. He just told it how it was. He said this team was dead. He took the blame on himself, but he said that we were nowhere to be seen. Like I said, we don't take away from Liverpool performing well. This is not something that we want to say that Liverpool just fluked this. They did all the things well today.
100%.
And they capitalised on Arsenal just being asleep. Maybe it was an international break, I don't know.
Or, and like I said, Liverpool did choke them into submission. Don't get me wrong. Liverpool absolutely bossed them. They smothered them. They pressed them. They did everything that we all asked for as Liverpool fans.
Maybe the game could have been different if Liverpool weren't on this job. So.
If Liverpool did end up losing this game 1-0 because they had a mistake and they scored, then everyone turned around and said it was a tactical genius from Arteta. But that team is not capable of keeping clean sheets if they're going to keep giving goals away. They do it every other game.
Yeah, they just give you the goal.
So, yeah, anyway, Liverpool fans, let us know what you think.
Man of the match.
Oh, Fabinho. Whew. Fabinho was different level.
Even though your man Jota got 2 goals, Trent was playing brilliantly. So, but I think Fabinho is an absolute animal in there, and he was head and shoulders above anybody else.
Yeah, perfect game before the Europe. So, as I say, let us know what you think about the performance, about the opposition, about the points that we've discussed today, and as I say, look forward to the next game, which is in the Champions League, which is going to be a great game, regardless of what the outcomes are. I'm glad that we're in this position. So let us know what you think, and we'll look forward to your likes, comments. Please subscribe, spread the word. Obviously, a lot of the points that we've been making for a long time seem to be coming to fruition, so must be saying something right.
So until then, we'll see you then. Appreciate it.
Peace.